Hey guys, so today I figure I'd just recap some of my personal favorite highlights of yesterday's Nintendo Direct on September 13th. Funny fact, yesterday was actually my birthday, so I saw this as some sort of like birthday present from Nintendo. So yeah, Nintendo apparently also is hosting another Direct today, September 14th, that I'll possibly either cover tomorrow with some friends, or Saturday by myself, or, probably just not cover at all. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. I'd first like to note, however, that I originally just wanted to do a reaction video for the entire Direct, but editing close to 50 minutes of film along with funny little scenes and stuff that I wanted to include seemed a bit much, especially considering on how long it would take to convert to video format and then upload it to YouTube, so I just figured, why not do a recap video. So starting off, we're going to start with the Switch and then move on to the Nintendo 3DS. So starting off with the Switch, I'm going to begin with Mario Odyssey. We got some new locations, modes, and etc. in regards to new content for the new Mario game. I, for one, am stoked for it. I really can't wait to get my hands on a Switch and play it. Mario Odyssey, I think, will be coming out on October 27th or maybe 26th. It's at the end of October of this year. But the new trailer and everything that they hosted, the soundtrack looked amazing. They gave a tons of new story element in regards to how you're actually going to be playing the game, and it looks amazing. So, and that's pretty much all I have for Mario Odyssey. So yeah, I know that's short and sweet, and the majority of these will be, unless I just have a lot to say about it. But moving on to Xenoblade 2. I never did play the original Xenoblade, mainly due to me being interested in PlayStations around the time of Xeno 1's upbringing. But as for the story elements of Xeno 2, we got some pretty interesting details regarding Titans, Blades, and more. When it comes to JRPGs like Xenoblade, I'm not too terribly fond of the UI during battle, mainly due to my experience with the SAO games. And yes, I know, those suck, and I shouldn't be comparing them with Xeno. But, I just hope that Xeno's 2 UI will be simple and understand, sort of like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. Watching the trailer, there was just like a lot of numbers and whatnot flying through the screen, which catches my eye and catches my attention, because when it comes to me playing a game or watching a show or something, I generally pay attention to captions and stuff a lot more than I do what's actually being said. So when it comes to, numbers of damage and everything else flying across the screen, I get a bit sidetracked. But lastly, Xeno 2 will be releasing for the Switch on December 1st, so it makes for a really cool Christmas present. Secondly, Project Octopath Traveler, and that's not the final name, but oh my word, this is exactly why I love Square Enix. This game is a prime example of why I love Square Enix. And oh god, this game looks amazing with its whole HD 2D feature and how you can play as 8 different characters with their own stories, similar to Birth by Sleep, but much bigger. The demo for it released yesterday on the Switch, and the full release is just for some time next year. They haven't really said anything regarding that, but the game looks amazing. Oh, I'm so pumped for that when I get a Switch. Next is Kirby Star Allies. This is a multiplayer Kirby-based game, which they've actually been doing for a while now. However, if you're playing single player, you'll be able to turn enemies into comrades to fight alongside you. Kind of similar to like Triforce Heroes. I think that's what it was called on the 3DS. How you could turn the statues into comrades to help you during campaign mode. But coming up after Kirby is Fire Emblem Warriors. So I played Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U for the first couple months it was out, and I absolutely loved it. And then I fell, completely out of it. But I know how diverse the cast of Fire Emblem is too. So Fire Emblem Warriors should make for a great game, considering on how many characters you'll be able to play as. I really, really hope that it's going to have multiplayer. I can't remember if Hyrule Warriors did or not, but I would love to, be swinging, Roy's or Marth, whomever's sword, alongside my friends and stuff. But, what would be really cool and probably not happen would be a crossover game between Nintendo's Warrior games. Sort of like Pokken Tournament and Smash, but, in the whole, like Warrior kind of play style. So imagine Fire Emblem and Legend of Zelda together for, a Warriors crossover. I know that seems redundant and probably won't happen, but, it would be cool. Next up is Rocket League, and I myself have never played Rocket League before, but it looks really fun, and needless to say, I'm looking forward to the Switch port. Speaking of Switch ports, a ton of Nintendo's classic arcade games are making their way to the Switch starting from September 27th of this year, so if you're a huge arcade fan like I am, you'll love that. Now, a game that many people within the gaming community are skeptical about is also making its way onto the Switch, and it got a new trailer earlier today, that being Sonic Forces. Now, a lot of people are a bit worried with this title. Just seeing on everything that they're including in it, and I'm going to get this game, and I'm more than likely going to enjoy it. So I'm wanting to be as optimistic as I can about it, but also as realistic. So first off, let's look at the return of Classic Sonic. Classic Sonic was cool to see come back for generations, but Sega relying on him to pump up their sales over and over and over again can become repetitive and just overall not interesting for their games anymore. Secondly is the customizable avatar, and I know that a lot of people have already gotten over this, but for me it's still something that makes me sort of cringe, and I know that's just me personally and I should get over it, but yeah, I can't help it. I cannot tell you how many fan art Sonic furries there are, but it's just really, really sad. And yeah, it's cool that you can make your own character and, run around alongside Sonic, but seeing as how that's a staple of the fandom, being brought into the actual series is light, I'm a bit scared, but I know it won't be too bad. So lastly is a new RPG for the Switch called Lost Sphear. Not much is known about it, aside from the fact that it's a modern take on traditional RPGs and is making its way to the Switch on January 3rd, 2018. So that's pretty much all I got for the Switch. Moving on to the Nintendo 3DS, we'll start with Pokemon, and I don't nearly have as many, Nintendo 3DS things to say like I did the Switch, so this will be relatively over quickly. But Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon got some really cool new details and content announced. For starters, we got some story elements regarding Necrozma. It turns out Necrozma has actually quote-unquote fused or taken control of Solgaleo and Lunala. So it's not exactly like the whole DNA splicer thing from Black and White, but it's close enough. Players can feel free to customize their trainer even more with new items and accessories throughout the game. New areas, minigames, and etc. will be implemented as well. There are also some new content regarding a Z-move and an evolution. Up into a certain period, I think it's until January, I think it is, you can evolve your Rockruff into Dusk form, whatever it's called, I can't remember, but you can evolve your Rockruff into a third evolution. And then Cosmo-O, no, that's not, I think that's what it's called, I can't remember. But the Scale Dragon thingy is getting its own Z-move as well. So that's pretty much it for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So next up we'll go to Mario Party, and this I actually didn't expect, but I'm glad that we got it. It's called Mario Party: The Top 100, and really the only thing you need to know about this game is that it's a collection of 100 different Mario Party games, 10 from each different game, put together for the 3DS. It releases November 10th this year, and I'm really looking forward to it, mainly because I have a 3DS and I can play it. So I'm going to split up these next couple ones really fast. Next up is Kirby Battle Royale. It's another new multiplayer-based Kirby game where players can, fight against one another using Kirby's many abilities, or embark on a campaign mode with friends as well. Fans can also vote for their favorite copy ability to appear in the game up to once a day until October 2nd of this year. So real quick, I'm not exactly sure if they're only I'm not exactly sure if they're going to do what they did with Smash Bros. How, a lot of people are going to vote for one particular thing and then they're going to add that one particular thing into the game. Or they're going to look at the top 20 copy abilities and then they're going to implement those. So I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do that, but you can vote multiple times, just only once a day. And I really don't think we should be, voting for things like sword ability, fire, or ice, or cutter, because those have been staples pretty much since the very beginning, and it's safe to say we're going to be getting those. If anything, we should probably be voting for the less likely ones, the ones that have only appeared once in a Kirby franchise. In my opinion, I really liked Wheel, Ninja, UFO, Animal, and there's a couple other ones, but now that I'm actually talking about this, I should probably do a top 10 Kirby ability video sometime. But yeah, that'll be cool. Next up is just some small details regarding Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Basically, the gist is that the game is being remade for the 3DS with new content featuring amiibo capability and a new minigame called Bowser's Minions, which can unlock some, that or the amiibo I think it was, could unlock some new accessories and whatnot for Mario and Luigi for the game that can affect your gameplay during battle and whatnot. And basically, after all these years, ladies and gentle minors, Minecraft is being released for the 3DS. It took them long enough. And I probably won't be getting it. I definitely won't be going out of my way to get it. If a friend gets it for me, then yeah, I'll play it. Because I enjoyed Pocket Edition, and I enjoy, well, yeah, it's Pocket Edition. I enjoyed Pocket Edition, but I'm not like one of those deranged Minecraft players. Like, that's just insane. But so guys, that's pretty much those are just my personal favorite highlights regarding the Nintendo Direct yesterday. So let me know what you guys think on these, and let me know what your guys' favorite personal or whatever highlights are in the comments below, and I'd look forward to seeing it. So see you guys next time. Peace.